Hey guys, it's Ted with HDpiano. Today we're learning Nobody Else Will Be There by The National, and here's the intro and verse. 2, 3, 4. All right, so that's just the first part of this song. We're going to cover the chorus and the bridge too, and those are in other lesson sections at HDpiano.com. So I'm going to start with the left hand here. We have a simple phrase here that's just repeating all through the intro and the verse, and here's the left hand for it. F sharp and C sharp. This is a fifth. We would call that distance between the notes. And we have an E, A, and then another fifth. This one is D and A. And now I want you to try playing it with me in time. And each of the first three of these gets 2 beats. The last one gets 4 beats. So we have an unusual length of a phrase here. It sounds like this. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. Repeat. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so for any nerds out there looking for how we would count this, you notice I'm counting it as 4 beats, 2 beats, 4 beats. That's the phrase. So it's a measure of 4/4, measure 2/4, and then a measure of 4/4. I think it's a good idea to start by learning this left-hand part with the pedal, because the pedal is a big part of how this is going to sound. Without the sustain pedal, it just sounds really dry and kind of boring. With the pedal, that's how it's supposed to sound. So with the left hand is a great way to practice the pedal, because that's when we're going to change the pedal. If you can look at the different colored regions, you can see that I'm changing the pedal as I change to a new left-hand note. And by changing the pedal, I mean that I'm actually lifting up the pedal as I play the note. So your hand and your foot are going to move in opposite directions. Hand goes down, foot comes up. And then immediately I put my foot back down to help sustain the sound. So if you got the left hand together, let's look at what's happening in the right hand. We have this basic melody here, and it goes like this. And I'll note here, if you're familiar with key signatures, we're in the key of A major. And you can always go to Devon's Key Signature Essentials to work on the key of A major. And that'll help remember which notes we're supposed to use, because they all come from the A major scale. So that's the basic melody. I'm going to do it a little bit faster in time, and then I'm going to talk about how we can count it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So there's one other thing I want to add at the end of the right hand, not really part of the melody, but we have this D-A fifths in the left hand. And after we land on that last melody note, we're just gonna help out the sound of this chord by playing that same D-A fifth an octave higher. And it follows the same rhythmic idea that we're going to have in the melody in the right hand. Let's talk about that now. So I think a good way to count this is 4 E and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So counting it out as 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. I think is a good way to work on this rhythm. We can try it a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. And I counted 3 instead of starting a new measure there, but you get the idea. I was counting out the beats instead of those groups of 16th notes, so you could hear where the beat falls. All right, let's try it one more time, closer to the tempo on the recording. And remember to use your sustain pedal to connect all of this. 3, 4. And then we repeat. And in all the sections of this song, you can experiment with filling in a little bit on the held out chords. So all I'm doing is experimenting with different rhythms. And just different ways of filling out the sound of that D chord especially. All right, so that's the piano part for the intro and the verse of this song, Nobody Else Will Be There by The National. I'm Ted with HDpiano, and I hope you join me at hdpiano.com for my sections on the chorus and the bridge of this song. See you there.